And the youth shall inherit the earth.
Or the U.S. national team next on MLS Now. Welcome to MLS Now. I'm Jason Saghini with Greg Lalas, and the U.S. goes to Prague and beats Czech Republic 1-0. A very young team there, Greg.
Yep.
Some good things to pull from this game. What's your first observation?
Well, the first observation has 3 letters, M-I-X. I think this was the game that Mix Discrude showed exactly the kind of player he is. He wants the ball. He's proactive in going to get the ball from the defenders. He's even dropping back in between the 2 center backs at times to pick up the ball, and then he's looking to combine through the midfield. I thought he did a really good job, particularly because he had help from Bedoya and Joe Corona, who were doing some good defensive work, making up for when Mix wasn't there.
Yeah, I mean, interesting to see those 3 make up the central midfield.
Yep.
Not really a true ball winner in there, but it worked for the U.S.
And that's what they said, not a true ball winner. But Bedoya has dropped back in other times. So this was not so out of the norm maybe for him, but it was certainly out of the norm for the U.S.
All right, well, there were a few vets on this team, like Josie Altidore, who served as captain, and Real Salt Lake's Nick Raimondo, who stood on his head, making some big saves. This game, it was about the kids, Greg.
Yep.
Joe Zhao, Greg Garza, Emerson Hyman, all making their national team debuts, while a certain World Cup veteran, one who has scored a goal in the World Cup, got his first start for the U.S. team.
Yeah, Julian Green starting on the left side, his first start for the U.S. team, as you said. And, you know, he showed little flashes here and there. I liked his work defensively, actually, more than when he was on the ball. But I think the big news was on the other side of the field, where Joe Zhao got a start on the right side. He showed that power and pace that has people salivating about what he might be able to do. As a kid, though, he needs to get game time. We saw some sort of rookie mistakes, if you will, defensively in particular, when he was beaten on one long ball that came into the box where the Czech players should have scored on that one.
Yeah, and final balls, I thought, for the U.S. team from both of those guys were lacking. Otherwise, the U.S. could have put up a couple more goals. Let us know what you think of this young U.S. team's performance in Prague. You can hit us up in the comment section below. And the U.S., of course, back in action on October 10th in Hartford, Connecticut, as they take on Ecuador and say goodbye to a legend, Landon Donovan. As always, we will have full coverage here on MLSsoccer.com.